We are live.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is Pramika Siddiqui. I'm joined by my fellow Masters of Ceremonies, Dr. Mary Mugwe Chui, Robert Okoko, and Lamia Hafiz, and all of us welcome you back to day 2 of Global Social Business Summit 2021. What a great opening ceremony we had. We had Lamia Morshed, the Executive Director of Yunus Center, who has inaugurated this grand event and introduced all the partner organizations. We were deeply grateful for the presence of Mr. Hans Reitz, the CEO of Grameen Creative Lab, who's also a co-host, who's expressed the wake-up call for us to act immediately and responsibly to all the challenges we face. We also had the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Mount Kenya University come up and say and highlight the importance and the synergies that need to be in place to ensure that social business cause and the movement can work with Mount Kenya University. We again had a senior and a very impactful lineup of speakers delivering their addresses, which included the Federal Minister for Economic and Cooperation Development in Germany, His Excellency Dr. Gerd Müller. We had Madam Zanele Mbeki, former First Lady of South Africa. We also had a representation who was the CEO of BNP Paribas. Of course, we had Prime Minister, His Excellency Ulisses Correa Silva, the Prime Minister of Cape Verde, and of course, Dr. Moga Kamal Yani, who's a Senior Health Policy Advisor to the People's Vaccine Alliance. All of them in unison has responded and expressed their resolve with Professor Yunus, which is the time is now, and this is the most opportune moment in history that we must act essentially to plant the seeds of a new economy, which was Professor Yunus's key message, which he delivered as a part of his keynote. Now, whilst we had such great discussions go through, we are extremely happy to inform you that we had more than 800 registrations on the Hubilo platform. We had more than 650 views on respective Facebook handles. And this conference, which was telecasted yesterday across platforms, Hubilo and others, had a reach of more than 35,000. This is greatly encouraging for us all because we know that the greater audience who is spread across 6 different continents, many different time zones, are resonating and are relating to the message that the conference is trying to convey. As we go through, again, just a quick reminder for everyone in relation to the housekeeping rules. We request all speakers who join the feed to please have your microphones on mute if you're not addressing the audience. Please be mindful of your speaking times. The moderators will be introducing the speakers and of course presenters for each of their segment. We will also have Professor Yunus join the moderator and address, just have a brief address at the start of each segment. To assist with the timekeeping, as I have noted yesterday, prior to 1 minute of completing your address, there will be a single bell rung by our diligent team of timekeepers. And once your time is over, you will hear 2 bells. Now, these are again just the basic housekeeping rules we wanted to have in order for you. Now, what do we have in store for day 2? 7 very powerful plenary sessions and of course 4 workshops. We start off with what the 3-0 clubs and the movement is doing right now, followed by social business and the sports movement, which is effectively what has transpired after Professor Yunus's Olympic Laurel Award. We get to hear from social business practitioners directly from the field. We also then get to hear from the social business academia and the practices that are happening in Africa and how significantly and how quickly the movement is getting traction. Then we get to hear from experts in the field of nutrition and how they are scaling up their social businesses. And of course, updates from some of the largest social businesses around the world. Then we move on to the entrepreneurial space in social business, and we've got 2 very special sessions which have been co-created by Yunus Social Business. Following that, we must request you to please use the Hubilo platform and join 4 workshops today. 1, which is going to go through the Kofi Annan Award for Innovation in Africa. Then the next one, which is going to deal with the topic of how we can make fashion sustainable with systems thinking. Then how do we use the business canvas model for designing a social business in general, of course, leadership and skills for social business entrepreneurs. We've got a great day ahead of us, and we deeply, deeply appreciate your participation so far, and please continue to stay with us. In that regard, now it gives me great pleasure to introduce the very first session, which is 3-0 Club Youth Power for Reaching New Destination. This session aims to spread the voice of the 3-0 Club members, their activities and future plans to create a world of 3 zeros. These clubs are coming up with a variety of ideas to solve various social problems to address the issue of 3 zeros. Without giving up too much, without further ado, it gives me great pleasure to invite the moderators, the co-moderators of this session, Nobel Peace Laureate Professor Mohammad Yunus, Chairman of Yunus Center, and of course, our very own Shazib M. Khairul Islam, Founder and Managing Director of YY Ventures Limited. Shazib and sir, over to you. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Good to see you all. We welcome you to this session. I think Shazib can introduce the session and we'll follow it through. Shazib, go ahead.
Thank you so much, sir. Hi, everyone. It's such an honor to be here, to be a co-moderator today. Many of you have known me for years as the founder of YY Ventures, but for the past 4 months, I have had the pleasure to take a new responsibility at the 3Z Global Center since we launched the 3-0 Club. Over the next 50 minutes or so, we will try to understand and spread the voice of our beloved 3-0 Club members, their activities, and then the future plan to create a world of 3 zeros. Those of you joined us during the Social Business Day 2021, you know that the 3-0 Club initiative was launched on the first day, June 28th. To take the concept, the vision of Nobel Peace Prize winner, Professor Mohammad Yunus, of creating a world of 3 zeros forward, we want to see a world of 0 net carbon emissions, 0 world concentration for ending poverty, and 0 unemployment. Professor Yunus, I'm going to introduce our presenters and speakers in a bit, but it's been 4 months. Tell us about how do you feel about the 3-0 Club and where we are with the purpose?
Well, it's very exciting. That's all I can say. It's a fantastic thing. That the idea was a small idea that came that I didn't realize that it will grow into something, a global movement already. So 4 months is just the beginning. It's just a peak of the whole thing. It's hopefully this will spread through the whole world. The way our idea came, I was always talking about this world, this earth as a spaceship. We are going through this space, and the way space is being run today, it's almost like a casino. Everybody's enjoying. Everybody's having fun and they want to make money. They're crazy about making money and enjoying themselves. Nobody knows when there is a pilot in this spaceship. They're not worried about it. The spaceship is here, it's plenty of room, so they're enjoying themselves. So nobody's worrying about the pilot, whether there's a pilot. Nobody's worrying whether there's navigators. Are we going someplace? That's not anybody's mind. And that's the situation of the planet right now. And which is just going for a big crash. It's heading for a big crash because there's no guidance, no plan for any direction. So the idea that came to my mind that maybe we should encourage young people in this spaceship to become aware of the situation and encourage them, inspire them to take charge of this spaceship so that they can sit in the pilot seat. They are the pilots. All the young people will be the pilots of this ship, and they will be the navigators. They will be directing which direction they would go. They will have a flight plan, so they will know precisely what they are going. So since they have to do that, the flight plans and get the direction, coordinate with the pilot so that the pilot will take us to according to the flight plan, we need a destination. Where will be the destination? So one idea that we're giving to the young people, the 3-0 is the destination. We want to go to 3-0, as we explained, 3-0, all the other aspects. So the pilot and everybody will be working on the flight plan to go in that direction. And if they become aware of it, they will be making sure that they don't fail and they save the planet from the crash. So this is where the idea of a 3-0 Club came. So 3-0 Club is a preparation for taking over the charge of this planet and find the flight plans, design the flight plans. And that's to remind them the flight plan, the destination is the 3-0. So that's where the name 30 comes into the picture. So the young people will feel that they are the pilots, they are the navigators. They have to now have the flight plans ready to get to the 30 destination. So 30 Club will be a series, a network, global network of young people mobilizing themselves. They don't have to wait for people who are busy in the casino to make up their mind how to stop this from the big crash. So they take the charge, and young people are the responsible because are capable of doing this because they have the enormous creativity and enormous technology in their hand, and they have the commitment in them so that they will make it run for the right direction. So that's where the idea of 30 Clubs comes in.
Thank you so much, Professor Yunus. Let me now briefly welcome our amazing speakers for today and colleagues from the 3Z Global Center. So friends, 3Z Global Center is the hub that disseminates all the information and helps our 30 clubs, 30 club members, 3Z support persons and support organizations with all the information. So we facilitate conversations and networking. So I'm super happy to welcome Mustafizur Rahman and Purbita Jannat, who has been corresponding since beginning. Guys, you want to wave your hand?
Raise your hand a little bit. Yeah, that's good.
And
so all the letters that you write from 30 Club, she's the one sending responses to you. So you better notice her well. You go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much, Purbita and Mustafiz, for joining us. Now let me welcome our amazing speakers, panelists for the session.
I don't see Mustafiz in the screen. Is he there?
Mustafiz, yeah.
He's not visible.
Mustafiz, you want to say hello?
Okay, here is Mustafiz. Yeah, he's the guy. Watch out. When you talk
hello, sir.
about the global center, yes. Yeah, they are the one running it. Mustafiz. Good. Go ahead.
Next up, I would like to welcome Maya Suyun Chalieva, key person 30 Club 398001001 and 1. Maya is from Kazakhstan.
Hi, Maya. Good to see you. Good to see you again. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks so
Sajid,
much.
you can skip the number, ID number. This is too long.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thanks, sir. Now let me welcome from Bangladesh, Nabila Islam, key person of 30 Club. Nabila.
Hi, Nabila. Good to see you.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Good.
And it's an honor for me.
Thank you. Well, we'll have fun getting together with other members of 30 Clubs, and we'll have chat a little bit. Yeah.
And now, Professor, let me welcome our friend from Africa, but who now resides in Asia, Khadija Muhammad Bakar from Tanzania.
Hi, Khadija. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Hello, sir.
Okay. How is your club doing?
It's doing well so far.
Very good. We'll hear from you. Go ahead.
Last but not the least, let me welcome our newest member, Maxime Lerox from France.
Hello, Maxime. How are you?
Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you.
Good.
Hi, sir.
Good to see you. Good to see you. We'll talk about your club soon. Yeah.
So, sir, with your, if you allow me to take the proceedings further, can we invite our colleagues, Mustafiz and Purvita, to give us a little update in 5 minutes about what 30 Clubs and 3Z Global Center has been doing since the beginning.
Okay.
Mustafiz, the floor is yours.
Since the beginning doesn't mean months and years and years. It's just the other day. Just
the other day. Yeah.
This is the big event for us, for the 30 Club. We're having a big global exposure now. Go ahead.
Sir, if you allow me, can I share my screen?
Go ahead.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, you can do that.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. It's my honor to present the 30 Club in this global event. We all know youth is the most powerful generation among all. They have the power to change the world. They have the power to solve the social and economic challenge around the world. And we can see a lot of youth who are actually doing it. Using the most powerful tool, the internet and modern technology, they are already trying to solve some of the wicked development challenges, both at the national level and also international level. They are actually solving those biggest challenges. So as mentioned, Sir, Professor Muhammad Yunus has initiated the 3-0 Club with a vision to connect the youth around the world and also to create a world of 3 zeros: zero net carbon emission, zero oil concentration for ending poverty, and zero unemployment by unleashing entrepreneurship in all. Since many people, especially young people, have shown tremendous enthusiasm for 3-0 Club, let's look back on some of the activities the 3-0 Club and 3Z Global Center have done over the last 4 months. We all know 3-0 Club was launched on 2021, on June 28, 2021, on the first day of the 11th Social Business Day. Since then, many youth have created their own 3-0 Clubs all across the globe. After that, 3-0 Club has designed some of the important resources to guide the 3-0 Club members, as well as support the organization who are actually supporting the 3-0 Clubs. For example, brand guidelines. So a guideline to help the 3-0 Club members, also the organization to promote the 3-0 Club using different audio visual. Also, we have designed a concept note and welcome to 3-0 Club document, 2 important documents to know about the 3-0 Club. It's a very well designed, so everyone can know about the 3-0 Club easily. We have also designed a document which is role of 3-0 support person. It's a document for the 3Z support person to know about how they can actually support a 3-0 Club. Also, we have a members handbook, a very important document basically to help the 3-0 Club members so that they can understand how they can actually support the 3-0 Club activities and how they can run the 3-0 Club and help others to be a part of this 3-0 Club movement. So also, we have designed the 3-0 Club website. You already know it. It's 30.club. So now we have designed a new platform on the website. It's bulletin board, where 3-0 Club members can share their updates and let others to know about their club's activities. So those are the key things that we have designed in last 4 months, but there's something more. My colleague Purvita will share some of the important updates of the 3-0 Club.
Thank you so much,
Mr.
Mustafa Bhai.
Go ahead, Purvita.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, Mustafa Bhai. So ladies and gentlemen, I will take you through the journey from here on. Mustafa Bhai, if you can help me with the next slide. Thank you. So far, we have received applications from 13 countries. The majority of the members are from Bangladesh, followed by India, Malaysia, Zambia, and many other destinations worldwide from 4 continents. To our surprise, we had the opportunity to collaborate with these incredible young minds during the welcome meetings in this concise period. They're super enthusiastic about building a world of 3 zeros, I must say. We have successfully organized 5 orientation sessions for our 3-0 Club members. We asked ourselves, what could be more exciting than to bring these young, energetic people together on the same platform where they can share their cherished ideas and make things happen with the gist of social business. So we organized the workshop for them. For our greener, better future, we decided to take part in planting trees on World Ozone Day, September 16 this year. Our 3-0 Club members have also taken part in that activity to be responsible citizens and share their photos. They even published them in some articles. We have organized a 3-0 Club essay competition exclusively for the members. The first winner gets $500 and the runner-ups will get an e-certificate signed by Professor Muhammad Yunus. The result is yet to be disclosed during the 3-0 Club convention. As I mentioned a moment ago, we have this 3-0 Club convention the day after tomorrow, which is on the 9th of November from 7 to 9 p.m. Bangladeshi time, GMT +6. I believe this would have an impact and meaningful impact on everyone. So please write to us with any query you have in your mind at connect@30.club. We are happy to help you all. Thank you so much, sir. I'm honored to be here to present to the Global Center.
Thank you, Purvita. Let's move on. Sajib.
Thank you so much, sir. So now I would like to welcome Maya, who's a scientific researcher and a marketing specialist. She's doing her PhD on understanding of digital innovations in tourism sphere in Kazakhstan. Maya, you initiated your 30 Club with your friends, and we met all of them. If you could shed light on some of the activities that you guys were taking.
Some activities, also some of your friends in the club.
Yeah.
Who are they?
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. Hello, dear
Hi.
colleague. I'm so happy to be here. And let me introduce our 30 Club members. They are from Kazakhstan and one is from India. And we are just realizing it to help young people, pupils who are just in age 15 till 17 and who are just want to make some opportunities, but they are just disabled. And they haven't got any vision, and they are blind. And our initiative is to help them and to make some kind of audiobooks or podcasts. And so in this way, we are just began to realize this idea. We just make our first podcast and translate it in the Global South Radio, and hope that a lot of young people, a lot of children will listen our courses and will get more information about grants or other opportunities. Maybe they are just missed some of them. And so if it is possible to show some kind of demonstration, presentation, or a video about this.
Yeah, go ahead. I think you have time,
Yeah.
Sajid.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Show something. Would like to know.
We make this video.
Beyond your vision, educational options for young visually impaired people. 5 videos can change the world. Why not? Smile and Vision Project.
Excuse me,
It's
Maya.
not working.
Yeah, we can't see the video. I think you have to give permission to show the video, and then you can share.
Okay, do you see now the video?
Not yet. Not yet.
Beyond your vision.
No, we can only hear the sound, not the video.
Not the video.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Anyway, you skip the video and
Okay.
and you can come back when it works.
Okay.
Okay, that looks good.
So we've just.
Yeah.
Do you hear it now?
Yes.
No.
No.
We can hear you, but not the video.
Okay. Do you see the slides?
Not the full screen though. That's the stamp.
Okay. Maybe something happens. I don't know.
Let's try this one. Now it came, the slide.
Yeah, we just prepared this short presentation. We see that it's a big global problem nowadays, that a lot of people and young people who are just blind and just miss a lot of opportunities. And so we just tried to, with our club, to promote and to provide these global opportunities, educational skills to realize SDG 4 and to help this category of people to find out themselves, to realize their potential and to find out the new opportunities. And according to this platform, we are just creating in the future maybe a website or mobile app which will help to these young people to find themselves and to get more information and new knowledges. So, and of course, you can hear our first podcast. And in the future, we of course will share with the link to everyone. So I think this project will be helpful to a lot of people around the world. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
all.
you.
If you have any questions, I will try to answer. Thank you.
So thank you so much, Maya. So shall we move on?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Yes, so now I would like to invite Khadija Mohammed Bakr, and a marketing student at Al-Bukhari International University. Khadija is also part of the cluster Zero Unemployment under social business. Khadija, if you could introduce your club members and tell us what inspired you to create a 3-0 club.
Okay, thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity to be the speaker on the 3-0 Global Center and the power of youth for reaching new destination. My name is Khadija Mohammed, and I'm the deputy key. Sorry. Yeah.
Yes, working. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
okay.
the key person of the Cluster Zero Unemployment at Al-Bukhari International University. So my fellow group members in this club are Gulam, Jitok, Zuberi, who we are from a diversity of 5 countries. We came together to a shared vision to give essential skills and development to our community, because it is a way of ending unemployment, and it is a tool that has allowed our club to attain favorable results. As we all know that the results of COVID-19 pandemic had spread to practically every country in the globe. So as the result, all our offline physical activity exchange was replaced by the online sharing activity experience, which radically altered the nature of our interpersonal connection. To carry out our activity according to the plan and in order to engage effectively with communication with others, we were able to conduct an online workshop that positively influence our society and not allowing the pandemic to hinder our progress. Our main goal was to temporarily address the most basic needs of unemployed individuals to make them able to sustain themselves and their families while actively pursuing new and satisfying jobs. Our journey began with orientation, which provided us with the necessary foundation as we are the recruits. We were able to have many meetings every week and conducted 3 major online seminars through the COVID-19 period. And to address the unemployment issue, we offered a workshop on challenges and opportunities in post-COVID-19 environment. It was to raise awareness on how to begin a career after COVID-19 in response to the proposal that was made by our club. So the unemployed were advised to consider their labor demand to provide acceptable work possibilities by the development of necessary skills, mainly the digital skills, as the world we are transforming into a digital society. And we were able to create a website as students, which is known as ETS, Empowering Students to Sustain. This is a virtual workforce connector that has enabled job researchers to pick up from a growing numbers of online talent platforms. It has helped to bridge unemployment among the undergraduate students and enable them to utilize the skills and creativity. Our long-term goal here is to make this site available to everyone around the world, allowing anybody to give back to the society in a way that will be able to help themselves and also support themselves by getting the job. Beyond being effective, according to our website, this is a digital innovation which is advantageous to job seekers who may profit from it. And in addition, the unemployed will be able to access a broad spectrum of job seekers by using the website to connect themselves with potential employees. To conclude, I'd like to say this, that unemployment is having a devastating impact on both the household and the general economy. So it is up to us to find a solution to address it. And so what are the steps are we going to take to end the unemployment? And I will end by saying this. This is a quote from Rosa Parks. As long as there's unemployment, war crime, and all the things that goes in inflection to the man, in humanity to man, regardless, there's much to be done and people need to work together. And we are the youth that needs to work together. That's all I had. Thank you.
Thank you. It's wonderful.
Thank you.
Do you get questions from your colleagues, your friends, what this 30 Club is all about?
Yes.
And what are their curiosity about? What kind of thing they want to know?
From my colleagues.
Your friends, colleagues, friends.
Actually, we are in the startup, so we have almost 3 clubs where zero unemployment, the zero net carbon emission, and also we are having the zero poverty. So on unemployment, we have many groups where they've come up with different workshops and different programs in order to raise awareness on unemployment so far.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Khadija.
Thanks so much, Khadija. Sir, I would now like to welcome a fellow Bangladeshi, Nabila Islam, whom I had the pleasure to meet in a YY Goshti incubation program. She's an entrepreneur. She likes to travel and tell the story of the beauty that Bangladesh has. Nabila, we would like to know your side of this story of how you came up with your friends and created your 30 Club.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
And I'm Nabila Islam, and thank you so much for inviting me in this platform. So actually, we are it's a research-based group. We are all friends are from our university. So we are research about the renewable energy, and especially we are work on the solar energy. So I just want to start my a little bit pitch, and what I'm ready for that. So I'm aware that the world is emitted greenhouse gas and beyond the imagination, just like there is no horse and that does not run. And no, this is not just sarcasm. Most of us take the climate energy changes as a joke, but it is indeed real. If we had a look at the number of the past few years, the average production of the greenhouse gas were about 75 million tons per year, and it has released into an environment atmosphere. Among these 75 million tons of meat blogging, 42% came from the power industry alone. And do we human, the creature of the top of the food chain, and realize what the big concern is this? The fault is human, but the victim are all. And all we can do the turn blind to that. And about our recent story, in 2020 alone, over 1.5 million people were affected by one of the worst flood of this decade, and thousands of the village houses were submerged, and 1/3 of Bangladesh went underwater. And the inhabitants, not just in Bangladesh but all around the world, are influencing the climate is earth temperature getting fossil fuel burned. And these add enormous amount of the greenhouse gases, those naturally occurring in the environment, increasing the greenhouse effect of the global warming. There are many means by which we can bring carbon dioxide emission down to zero. We can use the alternative using nuclear power plant, solar panel, wind power plant, etc. Naturally, because of its ubiquitous presence is very nook and corner of the world, solar energy is arguably the most preferable from the renewable energy, and it can go to the long way of effort of mitigate and devastating effort of the climate changes. However, it is not free from fellow, and the starter is most silicon-based solar panel available commercially and can have a maximum efficiency limit of 33% of per the Shockley Kaiser limit. To add to that, in Bangladesh, its per unit cost electricity is obtained almost 8.90 to 9.33, which is almost 3 times higher from our neighboring country, India. So this high rate combined this is unwhelming efficiency to silicon base of solar panel destroy the consumer, and require for mitigating and revoking effect of the non-renewable source of energy such as fossil fuel. In order to alleviate of the problem, and we are trying to come up with the solution, come up with the material as abundant as silicon, with the efficiency of outnumbering it. And primarily reason why silicon is all over the solar panel industry is because of its seemingly omnipresent nature, and make its manufacturing fabrication process in solar panel is much cheaper. And therefore, the primary goal of our research is investigate the material that can efficiently decrease our dependency on silicon. As a primary research of the solar panel material in the past 10 years, and cheap earth abundant materials such as CZTS and sulfur selenium alloy has been extensively studied. And the aim to abroad of field of extend the research of even newer material compound that hold the considered promises. So from our research, we can say that the emission zero carbon emission is not an easy task, but the choosing its act is whatever limited resources we have, and preventing is always better than cure, isn't it? Thank you. And I just want to say in our team, we are in total the 5 members from 3 of them are in our same university and 2 of them are different sector. And that's all from myself. Thank you.
Good. Thank you. Thank you, Nabila. All the 5 that you are, 3 from same university, 2 from another university, are you in the same subject you're studying or different subjects you're studying?
Yeah, we are 4 are in same subject. We are 4 are from people department and 1 is from CSE department, because sometimes coding is so much important in our research thing. So that's why we are just picked out another person from another department.
Very good. Now that you have done your research part, you did a good, thorough job in the paper that you just read out. Are you trying to connect with any other 3.0 club? Because one of the things that we encourage that each 3.0 club can reach out to another 3.0 club with a similar kind of mission. So this is one option that you have, how to broaden your network by adding more and more friends into the circle. You can create your own circle and exchange things.
Yeah, totally. Of course, we are already said our friend about the 3.0 club, because the 3.0 club is take already so many good initiative for us for young. So is always better for us to get a best platform for.
Good.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for being here today, and I hope to get in touch with you later. Thank you, Nabila.
Okay, sir.
Bye-bye. Next.
Thanks so much. Now, I would like to invite Maxime from France. Maxime is the founder of the mobile app One Save a Day. The app incites people from all over the world to take one action per day with the goal to develop more responsible lifestyles, and is now supported by famous climate advocate Jane Goodall. Maxime, your club was formed very recently, and it's the first club from France. Would you shed light on the idea of how you got to know about the 3.0 club, how you came up with these 5 people and created your club?
Sure. Thank you very much for the introduction. Actually, I started this project, which now turned into a club, almost 2 years ago, when I found myself feeling overwhelmed about climate change and all the dooming news. And I thought I wanted to do something. I wanted to start with myself. So I looked at my own lifestyle and I wanted to do some tweaks and get it on a better way. And I started with very small challenges, such as taking shorter showers or eating less meat. And it worked well for me, but my impact was very small because I was just myself doing it. So then I started to find a way to engage more people like me and mobilize more people like me to actually take action. And that's when I founded this mobile app. We had a first test version, which attracted more than 10,000 people from all over the world to take action with us. And we now launched our first official or first real version with several functionalities, this daily eco action, but also a community space where people can exchange with each other, and also a space where they can see their personal progress. And now, as we want to grow our project, I was then joined by Fabian, who is my co-founder and the key deputy person of our club. And we also grew our team into 5 people now. And we are actually from France, Germany, also one from Indonesia, Sweden, and Spain. So we're a bit diverse ourselves, but also our project is aimed to be global. So of course we need to have such diversity in our club. And then I got to know about this initiative and this worldwide movement of young people who try to sort of challenge the status quo and define a new, a better future. And this was totally in line with our values, with what our mission is. As you said, is to help people to transition into a more sustainable lifestyle. And that's when I got in contact with the UNO Center in Paris, and they helped us to set up our first, the first club in France. And we're very happy since a few days only to be part of this, and we're still exploring, but we're happy to connect with all of the other clubs and see if we can help each other and move onwards for creating a better world.
Thank you, Maxine. Welcome to 30 Club. You are new, but you're very powerful because you already have networks done and you have a concrete proposal, a concrete action plan. And I like that idea that do something every day, even this tiny one. That's how the whole thing begins. Can you mention what are the other things a person can do as a tiny little thing every day? Like you said, eat less meat or have a shorter shower. These are very important things. Make you aware of the problem. So others are doing something that you know that in a daily life they can practice it?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it all starts from there. It's very small actions. It can also be to, just become aware and become conscious of what our lifestyles consist of and what we're doing. So instead of taking the car, maybe you can consider it taking the bus or the metro. That has always been there, but you never really considered it because you always took the car. And when you wait for the bus, you might pick up a piece of plastic or do whatever. And this main objective or the whole purpose of our club, of our project, is that we can then have this individual action multiplied by our worldwide community. And then all of a sudden there's two impactful results. First, of course, there's this hard fact result of how many people actually pick up this piece of plastic. So there's a multiplied impact. But secondly, you also, by doing this, you also transition into this more sustainable lifestyle. And so, and then all of a sudden you find yourself with doing not just the daily action we have on the app, maybe repeating other actions that have become habits over and over again. And that's where you are in this new, let's call it more sustainable lifestyle, which consists of all of those actions.
Very good. Now that you already have 5 different countries involved in your 30 Club, among the 5 members, do you see interest from other friends that you can encourage other young people to form their own clubs and have a network? Have you had such chat with anybody?
Absolutely. We're actually, I mean, we just joined, so we still exploring ourselves and talking, very new. Talking to our network and people around us. But what is interesting is that we have a lot of people, young people on our app, and they are all eager to do small actions, but also to go further. And so what we want to do in the future as our club's responsibility is also to introduce them to the clubs and maybe form their own clubs, because they are from all over the world, and they are eager to do something. So we want to mobilize them as well for this particular purpose. Absolutely, it will be an excellent example for all the clubs, because this is one issue that everybody can do a tiny little thing every day or every week, even tiny little thing, and that grows. If a large number of people doing tiny things, it creates a big wave, and you have a big awareness of what something. Not only you're doing little thing, but you are saying this is the thing has to be avoided. This is the thing has to be done. So you are voting every day. This is what needs to be done. So you're aware not only for shorter shower, but you're wondering about what the use of the water, wastage of everything else. How can be done? So that awareness is the power, really, make things happen. So I'm very happy that you are doing that, and we'd like to learn, have the other clubs to learn from you. We'll find a way how you can explain these things to other clubs. Like we have the bulletin board, or you can use your website. You explain how you do that, because others will be inspired by your action. Thank you. Thank you, Maxim. For sure. Thank you very much. Thank you. Go ahead, Sajid.
Thank you so much, Maxim. Thanks, sir. Sir, I can already see we have some questions in the chat box passed by our MC group. But then also we have more than 10 minutes or so. So we can have another round of questions. But the question that I see now is from Haji Sulaiman. What major activities are 30 Club youth involved in? It came in 30 minutes ago, but I think over the last 30 minutes, we have said a lot about some answers. But so would you like to say a few things?
No, you just mentioned that the Maxim has a very good answers of what you're doing there. And every one of them who spoke, they are focusing on something and trying to overcome the problem they have faced. Now sharing this is the most important thing. Sharing this experience of each one of us. Gradually you open up more and more, tell more and more. In the beginning, you just give the headlines. You don't go to the details. So the more you go into details, you see more exciting things happening. It's about, it's not a class assignment. You have to do it in a certain way. It's you. You are discovering yourself. Who are you? Besides what your parents want you to be, your teachers want to be, your friends want you to be. But what is it that you want to be? And that's what is essential fact of this club is all about. Discover yourself. And as I was saying, that find out the major problem of the world, that you have a role to play. That's about being the pilot of this spaceship. Imagine yourself, you are the one who's running this spaceship. What should you do? You'll have very correct answers. You don't say, oh, I'm a small guy, I don't know anything about it. Of course you know, because you suffer from all the things other people are not doing or doing in a bad way. And you become the victims of those things. So you say, I don't want those things. Saying no to something is very important, that I don't want this. Then you say, I want this. That's also very important, equally important. I don't want this, I want this. Then if I want this, what do I do? So these are the questions that you can go through and exchange with each other and find examples from each other. That's what the networking is so important. And the more you can look for those and share these things with your friends, with each other within your own network, beyond your network, tell it to the whole global network of 30 clubs. So you have all the facilities. That's what the websites and the bulletin boards are for. So I hope you'll make use of this. This is the beginning, I understand that. But don't feel shy. Be yourself, be out and be there. Go ahead.
Sir, our speaker, Khadija, wants to ask you a question.
Sure. Go ahead, Khadija.
The question, I think, is one of my members just who joined, but it's under my name. So do you think the current COP26 summit will have an impact of the global scale than the previous one?
Still, the COP26 is still a big question mark. It's still very disappointing. You're not getting the concrete things coming up, all kinds of confusing signals. People kind of skirting away from the real issues. And the point that I tried to make, that we don't have much time left for all this dancing around. And instead of dancing around, you grab the thing. It may be very unpleasant because we did a lot of bad things in the past. So unless you be unpleasant, you can't solve it. If you want to try to be still sweet guy and okay, it will all be over. It will not be over. We don't have time for that thing. Something will happen in future. It's right now. The present is the most important thing right now. And I was trying to explain that this year, 2021, and if you take 3-4 years from here, this will be the most critical year for the entire planet, for the whole history of the planet. Because what we do now is the important thing which will make and break the whole thing. Or what we don't do it now. These are the two things, what we do and what we don't do. Because it's right on our door right now. The signals and the blow up that will happen is right on our door. If you don't do it carefully, we cannot shift it away from our door. We have to make a big force so that it's no longer on our door. We have shifted away from our door and it's gone. And we will chase it so that it doesn't come and hit us anymore. So that's the kind of determination. Lots of things has to be undone because we did the wrong thing. As I said, this planet was being used as a casino, having fun and make money and so on. Nobody cared where it went, what the mess they have made inside of that casino. Other people suffered because you are enjoying yourself. You are addicted in something. So we have to get rid of that addiction. So this is the COP26 is still running around on the sideways rather than hit the real thing. So even if COP26 fails, still it has done one good thing. It makes whole world aware of the difficulties. We have not focused on this issue so much in such a short period of time for many, many years. So now we have seen that this is all here in front of us, all the discussions that are taking place. This is one issue, global warming issue, that COP26, that's the question you raised. But this is one issue. But there are many other issues, like wealth concentration, that's one that we try to raise, as all the wealth goes to only few people. That's also bad things. But we some kind of tolerating it. And tolerating is not a solution. It gets worse and worse. If global warming somehow we can skip, we cannot skip this one. Wealth concentration. We have to undo the wealth concentration also. And also the problem of the artificial intelligence and unemployment that's coming. That's why we put these three zeros together. And we have to find a way to solve this problem at one go. These are not separate issues. It all emerges from the same issue. Is the way that we have designed our economic world. That has to be reconstructed completely. Thank you.
Professor Yunus, in the digital event platform, we have a very interesting discussion going on between our friends who are live after listening to our 30 Club members. So some people say, does this has the possibility to emerge as a revolution or a political movement? We also have friends who are saying this has the potential to emerge more as a citizen revolution. Very interesting. Do you have any comments on this?
Well, whichever way you see it, whether political, whether social, whether personal, is something has to be extremely radical. That's the point we keep on insisting. There's no soft way to go about it. If you go, we have no time for software. So we have to attack it in every single way. Our politics have to be redesigned. Our social behavior has to be redesigned. Our personal behavior, as Maxime was saying. You see, Maxime, I like Maxime's way of doing things. He said, I start with myself. I want to do something before I complain about somebody not doing something. So he started taking a short shower. It's a very simple thing, short shower, maybe 1 minute short, half a minute short, maybe 10 minutes short, whatever. But you are aware of the problem that I want to contribute. I want to get rid of this. And other things that you can do as a person, that I eat less meat, or I say, maybe I will not meat once a week, or I will half the time I will not eat meat in my meal, no meat at all. It is a kind of symbolic way of showing that you are there. So if you see this, it's totally radical, that's for sure. There's no way you can go soft to it and get it done. And somebody says, oh, you wake up, it's all done. It will not happen that way, for sure. You will wake up and will see all is gone, finished. Gradually you see your neighbor's house is underwater, and soon you'll see your house is underwater, and then you see your water is on your roof. You say, oh, Maldives will go. So what? Maldives can go. We are here. If Maldives go, Bangladesh is not too far away to go. Not too long. It's not only going under the water, it's also all other things that are happening, pollutions and so on, and the temperature. And as during the COP26, they're repeatedly saying this has been the worst year in heat, temperature-wise, in the entire human history. So these are the kind of things that suddenly you see it never happened in the entire history of the planet. It's happening now. All kinds of floods, all kinds of cyclones, all kinds of tornadoes, and the ice cap is melting away So where is left? You think, okay, ice cap is left today, maybe tomorrow it will be all right. Tomorrow it won't be all right. That's the direction. That's what the scientists are telling us, that it's not going to reverse itself. It gets worse and worse. And we are entering into a irreversible zone where even if we try, we cannot fix it anymore. It's beyond our capacity. So the little window that we have, maybe 10 years, maybe 20 years, that's about it. Unless we undo everything that we have done so that we don't push through the door and go into the red zone, we are finished. So yes, it's radical. It has to be extra radical. You have to go crazy to make things happen.
Thank you so much, sir, for answering the question. To our friends in the Hubilo platform, please keep up this conversation. Even after this session ends, we can always get back to you with answers if you need more information. So we have a couple of minutes left. Would you like to say a few words to close the plenary session?
Yes, I invite you to visit the 30 Club website. That's the best way to get introduced. The 30 Global Center has made lots of efforts to answer every single question that you may have. And guide you and help you to do that. So this is one, my first request is, this is a short period, we couldn't explain everything in this period, but definitely website will be there. You can go and ask questions in the website. There's a question button, you can go there, ask questions, hope we can give you answer. There's most frequently asked questions. You see what are the frequently asked questions, how do they answer for that? So this is one thing. And if you really feel for 30 Club and you're beyond 35 years old, you are not within 35, you're above 35, it disqualifies you to join or create a 30 Club. Don't worry, you can become a support person for a 30 Club. So why don't you help another 30 Club to be formed, and you become a support person for that, and you help them to do things and so on. So this is one opportunity. If you're under 35, then you create a 30 Club and help you do it. Or if you don't want to do it yourself, find your friends to do it, so that we have certain things committed to that. So this is one. If you're under 12 is the beginning year for 30 Club. If you are under 12 years old, if you're 11 years old, you can be a club member in waiting, so that you register. Among 5, you will register, or 4, you can be 4, and 5th one is a club member waiting. So that way you can, when you become 12, you automatically become a full club member, but you can remain in waiting. So you have lots of opportunity. If you have an organization which you want to be helpful to 30 Clubs, you can become 30 Clubs support organization, support institution. So you have lots of opportunity to interact with each other and come up with ideas, things, and go to the school children, your own children, maybe your own brothers and sisters, to encourage others to get attention. All we're trying to do is to get attention to that. These are problems that you will be facing the worst part of it. We are at this moment, we are not facing it. We'll somehow squeeze away. But you are the one who are the younger you are the harshest thing in your life waiting for you. So let's avoid that harsh part. That's the whole issue. So you can continue, and also you can reach out to 30 Clubs, ask for questions or give suggestions, whatever you, and join the 30 Club, this platform, that Global Center, to give you suggestions how to make it happen. So these are opportunities for us to interact with each other.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Mostafis, Purvita, Maya, Nabila, Maxim, and Khadija, and our audience for joining us from the 3Z Global Center. I would like to thank our friends at UNO Center and the Grameen Creative Lab and Mount Kenya University for hosting us today, for giving us this very important 60 minutes. And then I sincerely hope that you will join us all throughout the GSBS and also at the 30 Club convention. It's our first convention. We have hundreds of people signing up. It's going to be broadcasted on Hubilo. Also, you can get registered yourself at the 30.club website. Thank you so much. I wish you a wonderful, wonderful GSBS ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, all of you. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Shazib. Thank you very much, Professor Yunus. We deeply appreciate this, and as the message has come through that we have to challenge the status quo, that the time is now. We have to be as radical as we can, take the initiative of the 3-0 clubs, and we definitely want to achieve the goal of a world of 3 zeros. With this, we call to close the first session of day 2. And of course, we will start our next session in just about 13 minutes. Right now, we will end this live feed. And again, continue to stay with us on Hubilo. And may I please give a shout out to the attendees who are there at the Mount Kenya University. I'm not sure if you can see them on screen yet, but I know that they're there. They've been with us yesterday. They were with us at the Academia Conference. They continue to be with us. We thank you for your support. Please stay with us, and we will return in just about